Hello, family. Give me 1 second so I can. I thought I was ready, but I'm not. Give me one quick second. I'll be ready in a second. Okay. All right. I'm ready now. How y'all doing, family? Hope everybody's having a good day. Please bear with me. I'm going to have to read your comments off of this screen while I'm talking to you on this one. If I'm looking straight, I don't see your comments. If I look down, that's me looking at your comments. Hello, everybody. Come on in. How y'all doing? Share the video so that we can have us a quick conversation about some things that's going on here in the state of California, specifically or primarily in the Los Angeles area. I am so excited, y'all. If you've not seen the video earlier, I remain and continue to have an amazing time here in California, meeting with our family members that are here and building our national and international family. I didn't get to do any calls today, so if you are still waiting on your calls, they're coming. It's been a very busy day for us. We spent some time fellowshipping, building relationships, and we've been doing a whole lot of work behind the scenes. And so I'm very proud of this group of individuals who just become even more stellar by the day, and that is the organizers and the national leaders of justice across the country. They are, like I said before, simply amazing. I wish that you all could see what I can see. So share the video. It's not about the numbers that's watching. It's about us bringing the awareness. So I do need you all to share, but I'm not going to wait for the numbers to go up anymore because I know that it'll get out there the way it needs to get out there and who it needs to get out there with. Someone said low volume. Can you hear me now? All right. I think that you all, yes, absolutely, Nicole. California set the bar really high. California has been a tremendous blessing to us here. And again, it was so amazing for us because we did not have to come up with anything. The trip, the meet and greet, and the building of our chapter for our family in Southern California was completely sponsored by Harley, Diva, Marie, and Mark. And I definitely want to thank them for taking care of all of the logistics and all of the expenses. They've given gifts. They've provided transportation. They've given great Southern hospitality, not just to us, but to all of the people who were involved in this meet and greet that we had down in California. And so for that, I want to give them a huge shout out. That means a lot to us. And so let's go over those things. What have they provided us? They flew us into Los Angeles. The flight was great. We were even checked in, and y'all, for the first time, I was in the Class A section. That means you get on the plane first. I was in A for the first time. That was a blessing, right? Then we got and went and stayed with Harley Diva for one day. And then after that, we came and we stayed in our hotel. That was also taken care of. We got a rental car, and then they brought and gave a limo. We were like, whoa, these people are sparing no expenses. They got a facility. They reached out to individuals to be at the meet and greet. They had gifts for everybody that was at the meet and greet. They've taken us to amazing restaurants, from the shack on the corner to the 5-star restaurant on the mountaintop. We've seen Hollywood Boulevard and how weird that is. We've seen somebody have a whole fake heart attack and Peter Pan literally jump out of nowhere. Peter Pan, but he wasn't the Peter Pan that came to rob anybody. It was the Peter Pan that came to pray and then judge you, and then fly back to where he was with his fairy, with this fairy stuff. Anyway, so we've had an amazing experience, and it has been an honor. They did a balloon release for their meet and greet. They had cakes, they had food everywhere you turn. Oh my God, California was and has been an amazing experience. But something happened. As we were getting ready to transition and go to Arizona, we were made aware in the meet and greet about a place in California that you may have heard about called Skid Row. Skid Row is a place in downtown Los Angeles. So after seeing all of this amazing stuff, after being treated like pure royalty, we then find and discover a place where people are living in such horrendous conditions, it will break anybody's heart. And for me, even though from what I understand, every 0.50 seconds, there is somebody who clicks on the narrative to learn about Skid Row. There are a lot of us who still don't know about Skid Row. I did not know about Skid Row. And then coming into California, I found out about Skid Row. And we saw tents lining the streets of downtown Los Angeles, and it seemed like it was never going to stop. If you saw the video, then you also saw that we saw a gentleman go and use the bathroom in front of an open store. We saw furniture in the street, literal streets that had so much garbage piled on it that it was just heart-wrenching. The smell was completely horrendous. And I could not believe that in America that there was a place like this that actually existed. And I have been troubled for the last day or so, because after being treated like pure royalty, how could I then leave this state or leave this city and not do anything to help those that are plagued with those kinds of conditions? And so I've been on the phone, I've been on the internet, and I've been speaking to our organizers, and you're going to see them interacting through this whole thing. And I got some very heartbreaking news. We don't have the capacity to help with the Skid Row issue. But I decided today that it is very important for me to come on and talk to you all about it. This issue has been going on since the 1800s. And I'm talking about where there's been an overwhelming amount of homelessness that is plaguing the Los Angeles area. And so it comes from people who are majority, from what we're understanding, in their 30s and their 40s. These people come from an average income of $16,000 a year, and 62% of them are African American. If you know anything about Skid Row, it is also made up of a lot of veterans, people who have served this country to make sure that we're safe here. How dare the federal government then turn around and forget to make sure that our veterans are appreciated, that they have proper housing, that they have proper care, and they should have it for the rest of their lives. And so we just celebrated Veterans Day, but you're telling me that there is a place in America where there's an overwhelming amount of veterans who have literally been left to themselves to defend themselves and almost to die. It's very sickening after we, quote unquote, in our patriotic nation, supposedly care about those who have given their lives to the service of the people of this country. And so when I think about the demographics that I'm hearing, and I think about that it is the demographic that from what we're understanding is what was the demographic? Please excuse me, y'all, because I want to make sure I'm not saying anything wrong. I think it was the baby boomers, but I am not sure. I think it was the baby boomers. And so right now you ought to see organizers from across the country putting a hashtag up, Justice for Skid Row. What does Skid Row mean? Skid Row means a place where people's lives are deteriorating and declining. How could there be a place in America, what we held to be the richest nation in the world? How could there be a place in America that is named after deteriorating and declining? What kind of country are we? And so I came on here today knowing that there is nothing that I can do physically. There's nothing that I can do to change this thing overnight, because believe me, if I could, I would. But I want to make people aware of it that may not be aware of it. There are so many individuals who I do want to give a shout out, so many organizations that are working very diligently to solve this issue. The current mayor has a full plan to deal with the homeless population that is here in Los Angeles, California. But there's something wrong when it comes to the implementing of the plan, because there are so many people that are still homeless, and it seems like there is no relief that's really coming to them. So you're telling me that in this country, we got FEMA. Whenever there's a disaster, they can come and they can take over malls, they can house people, they can shelter them, they can get them services, they can get them food. But America cannot deal with people who are homeless in droves in a concentrated area. And the best thing that they can do is come up with laws to make it illegal to feed them, to make it illegal to help them, to make it hard to serve them. How dare you, America? So I really don't come on here to try to condemn Los Angeles. I don't come on here to try to condemn America. But what I'm saying is the visions and the visuals that I saw, they will never, ever be able to leave my my sight. They'll never be able to leave my mind. And so I came on here today to speak to my justice family and to the people all over the world. And I'm bringing awareness to those for people like me, people who didn't know about this. And there's homelessness that's going on all over America that needs to be addressed. And we got to figure out a way to address it. 62% African American. Average income is between 14 and 16,000 a year. All majority of them between 30 and 40 years old. There are children that live on Skid Row. There are children who live in an area where its definition is deteriorating and declining. I cannot imagine being a child growing up in an environment where people are using the bathroom on the sidewalk right next to my tent or in the store that I would have to go in, recognizing that that creates an environment where there are all kinds of diseases, hepatitis, all kinds of diseases. This is an area where people are depressed and oppressed, where there's a lot of mental instability. This is an area where people are volatile and dangerous to their own selves and to other individuals. And how do you help them? You got to really literally even relocate some of these places, these people, because the cost of living in California is astronomically ridiculous. The cost of living here is absolutely ridiculous. And so some of these people need to be moved. Some of them need to be relocated, but not with a harsh hand, but with a compassionate hand. And again, I wish that we had the capacity to do something about it, but we don't. And so today, if you're somebody that cares about homeless individuals and you've seen anything on Skid Row, I am asking you to reach out to all of these organizations here in California that's championing this cause. And I know that if America really began to care, we could solve this crisis. And so let's take it a step further. What's happening in California is that the cost of living is so high that if people wanted to help, they couldn't help because they're scraping the bottom of the barrel to survive themselves. And if this was going to be resolved, it's going to take not just the mayor, not just the governor, it's going to take the president, but it's also going to take every single one of us. It's going to take the everyday, ordinary person that recognize that even though there's a measure called, I think it's called Measure H or Operation H. There's a measure called Operation H or something like that that was introduced by the city council. It allocated a specific amount of money for them to bring relief to this homeless epidemic. But when you look at this, you see that it is really clear that the transition from legislation to implementation, there's a gap that need to be bridged. So I came on here today because this is the best I could do for right now. I can't do anything else. But I couldn't be blessed by California the way that I was blessed and then just leave here and act like I didn't see what I saw and act like I didn't hear what I heard and didn't act like I smelt what I smelt. Forever I'm grateful. And when I think about what we do to be ungrateful with the little bit or the much that we have, man, I challenge you to come and see Skid Row. I didn't even go and try to talk to anybody because of a lot of reasons. You don't come into a situation like that like you're a superhero. You come into a situation like that like you're a servant. And I don't have any inroads. And there are people who are doing great work on the ground. And so I want to find out who they are. And I want to make sure with whatever platform I have, be it big or small, that we express and expose our gratitude to them and we find a way to get them some real support. A couple more things that I want to talk about with Skid Row is that there's prostitution going on. There's drug addiction going on. There's a lot of violence. Just a little while ago, a couple of days ago, there was some gun violence that took place in Skid Row because of a conflict resolution issue. And so LA doesn't want bad press. They don't want bad news. You know why? From what I understand, they want the Olympics here. Well, LA, I don't say this to you to make you look bad. And I don't say this as a threat. Before I get on a plane tomorrow I will be coming to City Hall, and I will hope to speak with the mayor or with one of the councilmen. Help us understand the plan and let us know if it's something we can do to help. Hopefully, you'll open the dialogue with us. But if not, you have veterans who have served this country in your city. You have children who didn't ask for this or possibly didn't even do anything to get in this state. They deserve help. And for those people that are critics, because you're going to always have them, I'm glad I'm not reading comments because I'm pretty sure I have a few of my own. So what? But you can't say that they have mental illnesses and that's why it's so hard. Just because they have a mental illness situation doesn't mean that they don't deserve help. Well, you say that some people are comfortable in those conditions. You can't speak for all of the hundreds or even thousands of people who are out there on Skid Row, which that number probably goes up every single day. From what I understand, there are upwards of 50,000 people in the homeless condition here in the city of Los Angeles. Family, and those across the world. Is this the America that we want to settle for? How could this be in a country like this? California also is a place where Hollywood is and a lot of celebrities. There's been a lot of documentaries done on this. Why does it still look this way? For blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks. Federal resources are needed. The governor should, I think, declare a state of emergency, not only because of the concentrated amount of homelessness, but because of the diseases that's plaguing that community. Those are humans that need help. And the mayor, the plan that's in place, we need to figure out why isn't it implemented? And if it is, how do we help to put a major dent in it? I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. It's not going to work. Unfortunately, I can't bring anybody in on this conversation because it's through the computer and not the phone. It's through a desktop. But I'll answer some questions that you all will have. I'll take 5 of them. And I hope that you all are aware. Hollywood capitalizes off of this. But do you come back and try to solve this? How does America make it illegal to feed the homeless? How? I've been on Skid Row now as a young teen. My youth church went to Cali for evangelism. We stayed in a shelter right there. We personally talked to the people and heard stories. It's really real. It's devastating. I actually think I may go back out there tonight. And show it to you all again. But rest assured, this is my promise, that God has really tremendously blessed me. And there are a lot of people that have been blessed, but don't understand that to whom much is given, much is required. Regardless of how people feel about it, I'm blessed. And it ain't always about how much money you got, how big your name is. I now have a family across the world. And so with my blessing, I want to turn around and I want to give back the best way I can. And today, I just want to use this platform to talk about something I didn't even know existed. Not in America. Not like that. And so my promise to every single one of you all, and said, I will not leave California until I've gone to City Hall and at least tried to have a conversation to get an understanding of what the plan is and how, if at all, can we help. So I'm asking my Justice family, because I know at least I can count on them. I want you to put on your social media, Justice for Skid Row, Justice for Samaje, and Justice for Jackson. Why do I say put all three? Because when we're in a fight, we're committed to the fight until we have to leave the fight. But hopefully we leave the fight with victory and not with defeat. And I think that it is amazing if America says justice for Skid Row and those people who are passionate about homelessness find out about Jackson and find out about Samaje. Justice for Jackson, justice for Samaje, justice for Skid Row. Now, I'm not saying that we're taking on the Skid Row situation. We don't have the capacity to do it. And we're honest with ourselves about that. But it doesn't hurt us to talk about it. It doesn't hurt us to hashtag it. And it doesn't hurt us to at least try. 4 questions. Thank you so much, Rosemary Barnes. That's what it's about. Four questions. You got recognition from Kanika, Cortez says. A lot of people have become aware of us because of the Kanika case. They became aware of the situation, but the news wasn't covering it like they should have. And we, with our phones, kept the world connected to the situation. So yes, Kanika brought us together. But don't act like there was nothing done that kept us together. And so now we're utilizing the beauty of having brought together to never have to restart all over again. We build and bring awareness for other things that need to be brought that awareness need to be brought to with this platform. When you're given the platform, it's not bad that you get it. It's how you use it. And we're using it to keep people aware. No, I followed you because of Kanika, because you were the only one giving updates. Thank you, Carmen. And there you have a testimonial. All right. Any other question? We got 3 more. Thank you so much, Nakia. Justice for Samaje, justice for Jackson, justice for Skid Row. Thank you. That's right, y'all. We don't know how many people don't know about Skid Row. Let's make the world aware. It's to get people involved in the bigger picture and why they got laws on helping people who need help. That's right, Nini. Come on, 3 questions. I'm waiting on them. When I lived in my home state of California, I used to feed the homeless. They're all on Sunset too. Nothing but homeless people. It breaks my heart. Are you starting a chapter in New Jersey? And what is? Yeah, yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're still moving and building our family. Andre Williams is taking the Kanika case. Yes, Andre Williams has the lead in organizing for Kanika Jenkins. Absolutely. What about homelessness in Chicago? I'm from Chicago. I think that homelessness all across the country needs to be addressed. But Chicago don't look like that. As a matter of fact, Chicago's homelessness is more hidden. I've done projects in Chicago to help with homelessness, but here go my point, y'all. We always speak from our perspective. So I'm here in California. I'm talking about homelessness in California. And then somebody in Chicago says, well, what about homelessness in Chicago? You're speaking from your perspective. But the truth is that if we can come together for homelessness in California, then we can set a tone that we can do across the world. So it's not what about homelessness in Chicago. It's just, let's bring awareness to homelessness in California. Because if we can do it there, we could do it anywhere. So I do care about homelessness in Chicago. So let's talk about Skid Row. Chicago would benefit from that. Do you know why there are some of the freedom fighter key players blocking us except for being allowed specifically in the justice group? Hannah, I don't understand the fullness of your question, but I will say that our family is going through a drastic restructuring, rebuilding, and people who are not in the group, we're waiting and holding off because we're eradicating the people that are in there that don't belong in there. And so please be patient with our processes. We want those who believe in this work to be involved, but we're doing this right, not fast. We're doing it right, okay? So please forgive us, and I also will inquire about you being in the group. Dusty is waiting on me to get to you on advice. Dusty, I'm writing your name down now. I will try to reach out to you after this Facebook Live is over. 3 more questions. Wait a minute. But Jed, there are people already working with homeless here. Some I personally know. Awesome. So if you didn't hear me, I said I want to give a shout out to the people who are working on the issue. But if you look at the issue, clearly there could be some more help, some more resources, some more awareness. It's not competition. It's complementing. Me coming on here is saying it. Number one, I am unaware of the people that's doing the work, and that's why I gave them a shout out. But what I'm also saying is that more people could get involved, or more people could find out that they can get some help. Because clearly, there's still more work to do. And so if you know people who are working on that issue, I want to know who they are, because I can't work on that issue. And if I be honest, I'm not as passionate about homelessness, homeless prevention. I'm not as passionate about it as other people will. You feel me? And so I got to utilize my platform for that the people who are passionate about it can find out about it and get plugged in, hopefully, with the people that you know. We're complementing, we're echoing, we're amplifying. It's togetherness. Okay? Two questions. Where are you? I would like to meet you. I'm on my way. I think I'm going to go to Skid Row so that I can bring more visual to this before I leave here and get ready to go to the mayor's office tomorrow. Yeah, I got to do that. I think I need to do that. Jed is not asking for donations. He's trying to spread it. And, you know, and so, you know, I think that that's funny. People say, you're always begging for donations. If you go look in those videos, you've really not even seen me ask for donations probably once or twice. We don't come on and continuously ask for donations. It just doesn't happen. It's not fact. It's not the truth. And I'm so proud of my Justice family. I probably don't even have to say it anymore, because there are people across the country, if you like it or not, who believe enough, they understand and they give. And they also see the work and they're helping us build. But if we come on and ask for donations, there's nothing wrong with that. If you see the work and you understand that nobody is robbing you or forcing you to do it, if people want to give, let them give. Don't be a hater. Don't be so miserable within your own self that you cheat yourself out of a blessing. Because if you understand this, I promise you, if somebody wanted to sow into your life, you are not about to say no. And if you're doing the work and you're really out here doing the work, regardless of what people feel about it, you're going to need help. There's nothing wrong with building resources. Building resources only bother people who got poverty thinking. It doesn't bother anybody else. Anybody who will say anything about money against a 2-month-old organization is somebody who got stinking thinking. The real answer is, how do I help? Give us some time to make a mistake, to get an indictment, to be audited. Give us a moment to get there. But we don't come on and ask for donations every time we come on. And I'm not asking for donations now. If you've really been paying attention in this, what I've been saying, I'm saying we need to find out the people who are helping those with Skid Row. Listen, I got the platform. You don't like it, that's too bad. But I'm going to come on here and I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to come on here and I'm going to bring awareness to stuff. And you just need to figure out where you fit in. If you don't like it, you do not have to watch the broadcast. If you don't want to help, you don't have to help. If you don't want to be a part, you don't have to be a part. But it's people all over the world who do. Those are the people I'm talking to, okay? Thinking. Okay. 2 more questions. And let me and since I got y'all here, let me say this. You know why people you know, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed by my Justice family, because I said it earlier. I alluded to it earlier, but I can say this. I can say it again because you all might not have heard it before. I want to thank everybody who didn't throw me away. I want to thank everybody who didn't give up on me. I want to thank the people who sent me encouraging messages from across the country and the world. I want to thank all of the people who've hashtag still in. We're going to have our first national gathering, and it's going to be entitled Still In, because people have really focused on the bigger picture. I want to thank the people who recognize that I'm a human, and even though in my humanity, I had to go sometimes you got to go from leading to listening. Sometimes you got to find people who really care about you, and you got to sit down with them, and they got to tell you everything that's wrong, and they got to show you how to get it right. And they got to get themselves together and put the work in so that you can step back in your place, not trying to tear you down or take you down, because they understand the bigger picture. Those are the people who I appreciate. I appreciate the people who understand that no matter what you think you know, you don't know everything because you were not there. And those people who saying, well, Ben, every people make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. I probably called somebody a name. I probably made a mistake before. I thank God for the people who recognize that you shouldn't judge unless you want to be judged, because all of us have some level of imperfection. I thank God for the people who recognize that regardless of all the stuff that's being said, there is something that could come out of this that could benefit humanity. And for that reason and that reason alone, I might not know you, I might not trust you, I might not like you, but because there's something about you that deserves a chance like everybody else, I'm going to stand by you and I'm going to help us get better. Did you hear what I said? Not help you get better, help us get better. When you come in this thread, you're not going to hear nobody taking no shots at nobody subliminally or outwardly, unless I'm mad. But I ain't even going to come on here crying no more. Them days is over. If I got to cry or if I'm mad as all get out, I got a family now. I got leaders all over the country. I'll call them and I'll cuss and fuss with them on Zoom, and I'll let them put things in perspective like they've done for the last few days. What we're missing is compassion, community, love. You can't come on here with negativity, because guess what? I don't see you anymore. And when I respond to stuff, I'm going to respond to it with facts. I'm going to respond to it with wisdom. I'm going to respond with it with truth. And so when you call me names, but you coming on here to try to tear down, look in the mirror and ask yourself, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? What are you doing? What are you building? What are you a part of? This isn't negativity. This is wisdom. This is why people became a part of this in the first place, because you got something out of it. And so, yeah, we're still talking about Skid Row. We're still talking about justice for Samaje and justice for Jackson. But how about justice for humanity? Justice for humanity. Okay, I'll call you back. I see you. How about justice for humanity? How about we learn to love each other throughout our imperfection? Because, and this is where I guess I'm going to end it, because I done stopped reading questions and everything. This is where I'm going to end it. If y'all can love me to wholeness and to It's a strength. How y'all gonna have a bad moment and forget about all the good moments? Forget about when we laughed together, when we cried together, when we were inspired together, when we believed together. How y'all gonna forget about all of that because of a bad moment that most of y'all wasn't even in, and still don't know if you know everything you need to know, which don't matter because we're moving forward. People have started movements. People have chosen who they feel most. You know what? I'm going to say this. Now, I will say this specifically. Because I've learned to not just listen to what people say. I've learned to listen to what people don't say. And there is nobody whatsoever who could talk about what you know about any one of us that you didn't know and you've gotten to know through what we're doing right now. But let me say this. When somebody tells somebody, oh, you're the one that I trust, because I've heard that so many times. You're the only one I trusted out of everybody else. I'm sure Lamont has heard it. I'm sure other people have heard it. You know what they're saying? They're not saying you're the one that I trust. They're saying you're the one that I identify with. You're the one that I see myself in. So your experiences that you have, yeah, that's too much wisdom. Y'all ain't ready for that kind of. Y'all didn't know that I spend that much time with God and I spend that much time studying. Did you? That's why I'm learning to handle things better, because they can't tell me they don't trust me. Of course you don't trust me. You don't know me. But what you can say is you don't identify with me. But there's some brothers who come from my plight. They gonna stick with me because they identify with my journey. They identify with my process. So when they say I'm sticking with you, it ain't because I trust you. It's because I identify with you. Because trust has to be built. And respect is never given. Respect is always earned. But respect can be shown from a respectable person. And so I thank God for the people who want life, who want to get better, who want to build, who want to be a part of something, no matter where you want to be a part of it. I ain't worried about what nobody else is doing. I say congratulations. This world is so big that you could go over there and change the world. I can go over here and change the world. And none of us got to feel like we are attacking or destroying each other, because it's not necessary. If we don't have to do it publicly, we don't have to do it subliminally. We could just move forward. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Okay. So 2 more questions. And again, say what you want to say. I'm going to City Hall for these people on Skid Row. You coming with me? Or are you going to go? And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I think I'm 48 hours without cussing. And I think we are 48 hours with no drama. We're building. And when we release what we're getting ready to release to y'all, it's going to be something for y'all to be proud of. But I ain't cussed in 2 days. So I called my church and say, all right, I'll be back at church real soon. I think I'm getting this. I think I'm growing. And I've been hearing so many people message me and say, we see growth. We see growth in your delivery. We see growth in your response. I've seen negativity. People, you know what? Let me say this one last thing. Let me tell y'all this one last thing and I'm done. I'm going to take these 2 questions and I'm done for real. I promise y'all. Let me tell y'all what's really, really, really blessing me. This is what's really blessing me. I ain't really said nothing to nobody, but I've gotten hundreds of messages of people saying, I'm watching you and I see you growing. I see you taking it more serious. I see you changing. I see you hearing. I see you listening. Somebody's been calling me about making sure I spend more time with y'all. The lady in the UK, Lady Sharon Elegant, said you need to spend more time with the people who are invested in you. You need to spend more time on the internet, and you need to answer questions because you don't pay attention enough. And I don't know that lady, but I heard what she said. So I'm going to set a day every single week, And all I'm going to do is answer questions because I ain't doing it right now. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it consistently every single week. So y'all don't know when to come and expect me to answer questions. I had to submit myself to learn. I got to submit myself to grow. And so people have been sending me these messages. Oh, we see the growth, and we're so proud of you. We see you learning. We see you listening. We see you trying. And it has been blessing me and helping me grow as a person. JEDIDIAH versus Tyrese. Who you got, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my God, there you go. You just made me forget my train of thought. What was I finna say? I had a point. But let me get these two questions out the way, and I'm gonna get out of here. I know, right, Audrey? I'm just reading. I'm reading it. I'm reading it the best I can. It's too cold for flip-floppers. Yes, I love to hear you preach. I grew up in a home serving Jehovah God. Yeah, y'all, it's people who believe in God again. Because of what we built. We're not finna lose this. Louisiana waiting on you, President Jed. Thank y'all so much. Team Jedi, bye troll. Thank you. When you get to Skid Row, go back live so we can see. I plan on it. When you gonna get these trolls out of here? I'm in the public page. We don't worry about the trolls. Don't worry about the trolls. Y'all don't worry about the trolls. They gonna keep on talking, and guess what? They're gonna keep on making my name great. I'm never gonna say their name. Let them keep saying my name. Let them keep making people aware of me. Let them keep doing it. Keep on. Let the trolls keep talking, please. The Bible says, "Woe unto the man that everyone speaks well of." If everybody like you, you ain't making no impact. You ain't changing nothing. Keep on trolling. I got a call from, I'm not gonna say, I still can't say the network, but y'all to see me on TV. Y'all to see me on TV. And the trolls, I'm gonna be on TV trying to move this thing forward. And the trolls gonna be in the comments. And so I love the way Lamont put it. He said, anybody that's trying to tear you down is already beneath you. Now that was deep. Anybody trying to tear you down is already beneath you. And you need sometimes trolls to help you to remain humble. You need somebody to and God's and I didn't make it to church today, but I thank God for allowing me to understand that sometimes. No, I'm not gonna say that right now. I'll say it later. So I'll say it later. Do not go. You need the trolls. You will be more successful. That's right. I feel like cussing for you. What time are we meeting at City Hall? I'm going to go to City Hall at 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to give them a chance to get their morning briefings, get their bagel, and then I'll be at the door. 2 hours before lunch. JEDIDIAH, is it wrong for me to support flip-flopping because I support genuine movements and show love to others? Hannah, supporting somebody just because and let me make this disclaimer, and I got one more question after this. I'm going to make this disclaimer, and I got one more question, and then I'm going to take one more question after this. I'm trying to now generalize this statement to respond and answer that question. Just because I fall out with somebody don't mean that I require you to fall out with somebody. You handle the person based on your perspective and your relationship with them and what's in front of you. If you really pay attention, I don't spend my time on here trying to tear down anybody. My downfall is that I've always tried to come and defend myself. And I've realized that sometimes you're fighting by not responding. Because I've been a fighter all my life. I thought that was how I fought until I met these amazing organizers of justice. And they gave me wisdom that I did not have. And they still respected me as the leader. I'm sorry, that thing right there hit my belly when I said it. I'm going to say that again. They gave me wisdom that I did not have. And they still respected me as the leader. Them the kind of people you got to surround yourself with. But I don't expect you to fall out of relationship with anybody because I don't have a relationship with them. But let me tell you what a flip-flopper does. If you run over there speaking negative, and then you run over here speaking negative, that is flip-flopping. But if we all gonna change the world, if we really want to change the world and make it better, we got to recognize that they're in the world too. So you can't say you want to change the world, but I don't want to make it better for them. Then that means that your motive is impure. Your motive is not real. I got people talking about, oh, all these numbers. You ain't got the numbers no more. Well, thank you. Because you see, I'm still moving as if I had them. Why? You got to learn. You got to learn how to look the devil in his face and still give God praise and show that I still got joy. I ain't worried about the numbers. Did you not listen to me? I've done this by myself. I ain't used to having this much support. I don't care if it's one person. I feel like I'm speaking to the masses. The numbers only matter to the people who care about the numbers. I call for the numbers, but it ain't about the numbers. I've gotten more done with the 50 organizers that's across the country working with me than I've ever gotten done in my entire life. I'm happy about that. And it's still growing. We're still getting more organizers with the media groups. Okay. I'm just rambling now. I'm just talking. But no, I'm spending time with y'all. Y'all are hearing from me. You're learning my philosophy, so that I don't care. Why not saying justice for Kanika? Brown Hendricks. And there are a lot of people who are mad at me because I'm not saying justice for Kanika. I'm not saying justice for Kanika out of respect. Out of respect and just out of respect. So I don't say justice for Kanika, but if you think for one iota of a second with me knowing what I know, that I don't want that girl to get justice, you have not been paying attention. Andre is leading that charge. And I pray for Andre every single day. Because I say, God, I don't care who you use to get justice. Just get that girl what she deserves. I don't got to be mentioned amongst it at all. I just wanted to get justice. And just because you don't see me fighting in the front, don't mean that I'm not fighting in the background. Y'all don't see me at Samaje's. Y'all don't see me in Joliet. So don't think for a second that I'm not fighting for Samaje. And people put justice for Kanika up all the time. Do I have a problem with it? Absolutely not. My page should be back tomorrow. No. Y'all want me to get off or y'all want me to stay on a little longer? What time is it? 6:35? I just got work to do. I ain't really got nothing to do. I just got work. A lot more work to do. I wish I could bring y'all in. Not from me, Mike. Get the new forms. Yeah, that's some of the work I got to get done, V. the new applications for membership in this movement. The movement and changing the world is more important, but the people who are really trying to help are going to come. You're right. Have to get ready for work. Have a great day at work, Connie. Keep them people safe. Take a break. You deserve it. Nope. I can't get no breaks. Not right now. Why do you keep asking about? I have to work in the morning, but don't want to miss the live. See that, y'all? People love us, and I love y'all back. Okay. Where are your glasses? You need them. No. I hate glasses, but I lost them. You can chill with us a little longer. Yep, I can. How are you getting our phone numbers to call us? I don't know. Right now, I'm still calling people on that. Oh, you know what? That's what I could be doing. I need to finish making these calls. I got to call over 5,000 people. I can finish doing these calls. I wish you could stay here in Cali. Can you contact me, Jed? Brad, I'll do my best. Please understand that I'm hearing that about 100 times a day. Wait. What's your name? Brad. All right. Y'all better look inside y'all spam folder too. Because sometimes I reach out to y'all, but because we're not friends, you don't get it. Yes, y'all, look at that. Y'all see I ain't got the hat on? I'm starting to live life without the hat. But you shouldn't have said nothing, because now I'm putting it on. Stay here with us. I am. I'm staying here with y'all right now. Man, I love y'all. Chicago North Side loves and supports you. Thank you, Sammy. Demetrius Young, I haven't even gotten out of the truck. Jed is on. Y'all probably think I just be saying it just to say it. Y'all love and support. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Thank y'all. Thank you for saying I'm handsome. I appreciate it. Somebody told me I look like a handsome crackhead. I'll take it. That means that I look like I can run fast. I said, oh, I look like I can run fast. Okay, that's great. A handsome crackhead, and at least I look good while I'm running. Thank you for justice for Skid Row. It's needed, Jed. People have to see it. It's real and hurtful down there. Harley, you coming with me to the thing in tomorrow, right? If not, why don't y'all meet me down there tonight and skip out? You know what? I wish I could do something to help them people, y'all. I really do. Y'all go find the people who helping them and let me know who it is. Yeah. Y'all watch my watch organizers get on here and start telling me to get off. They're gonna say, you've been on too long. Watch. I love those people. Let me see if I see any organizers. I see Corey. Oh, y'all, that's something else that's awesome, y'all. So if y'all notice when y'all talking to me, if you ask me a question, the organizers are going to respond. And so the organizers will respond, and or they might say, hey, I'm going to put you in touch with JEDIDIAH, or I'm going to go get your question answered, and I'll bring it back to y'all. Y'all know how amazing that is? It's hot. Y'all know how amazing that is? Like, these people are whole committed. Ain't nobody in there messy. They don't be fighting each other. We be in there working and laughing. Because we got a whole chat that we have now. And we be working and laughing, don't we, Adelia? There go another one of them organizers. They didn't respond to me, Josette. Please be patient. They will. But I love it. I love it. I can say that I got organizers in every state that I visited. That's powerful. And they all working together. That's powerful. Oh my God, if you don't read my comments, I'm going to scream. You need glasses ASAP, Jed, ASAP. Well, Caramel Kisses, I read your comment, but I don't think that's the one you wanted me to read. I don't think that's the one you wanted me to read, but now it's wasted. I saw that one, and it wasn't the one you wanted. Now that is hilarious. You're going to damage your eyes. Y'all stop worrying about my eyes, my glass. I want to be an organizer. Anthony, I thought you were an organizer. Reach out to Director, Lord have mercy, her name escaped my mind. Freeman. Reach out to Director Freeman. She told me you were a organizer. They should hype their name with organizer. Nope. Me too. I'm going to scream too, Jed. Well, I missed your comment. I had to call your mom. I love what you guys are doing. Thank you. I'm patiently waiting for the Michigan visit. Coming. You are a comedian. I can be funny sometimes when I ain't being serious. It's our job to worry. I know, right? I've been saying what's up every time you live. Not one reply. What's up, Smooth? What? Smooth, that's my homeboy. Smooth from my page. Finally found me. Hey, y'all, these directors for justice, they don't play no games. Director Spikes and Director Freeman, forces to be reckoned with. Can I get any amens from anybody who know what I'm talking about? Director Freeman and Director Spikes, they the truth. The whole truth. And nothing but the truth. I knew Alicia. I'm just getting to know Freeman. And they are both God sent. Huh. They God sent. Michael Brown, there's another one. Tashina not an organizer, but that's the famous pot lady. You can't have justice without the pot lady. Cola says, since you don't see my comments, are you on the mind hungry? Oh my God, we supposed to eat with Cola. Cola, I'm finna call you once I come off of this. I'm finna come off of this in about 5 minutes. I'm willing to help, but I can't be top yet. We both blind, and I can see. I'm squinting, trying to read as well. Yeah. Hello, Freedom Fighter family. Can't wait to meet you all in Detroit. We are changing the world. Let's change the world. Corey and Michael, both men in this movement. One is white. I don't know what Mike is yet, but it's multicultural. I got me some brothers from another mother. There go Martin Johnson, the crime chaser. He's not a freedom fighter, but that's somebody I always will support. Hannah, are you here to support the movement or drama? Back and forth with negativity. We don't. Adelia, uh-oh. Okay, now y'all don't mess with my organizers. Hannah, okay, I'm gonna call you, Hannah. Jed, I love you all, and you seem so much more relaxed and at peace once you put the drama behind. Yeah, can I say this? Now, I just want to say this. I want to say this on the bottom of my heart as far as that stuff is concerned. I'm so happy that there is no more drama that's going on. And sometimes, y'all listen to what I'm finna say, and please hear my heart in what I'm saying. Do not misconstrue my words. Listen to what I'm finna say. Sometimes you have warfare and you have a fallout because your time together may be over. Doesn't mean that you're bad people. It might mean that your assignment is in two totally different directions. And if that's the case, it's nothing wrong with that. I'm surrounded by peace and people working very hard because I guess these are the people for this season that I'm supposed to be working with. But just because something didn't work out doesn't mean that we was never supposed to start out. It just might mean that that wasn't the road that we were supposed to end up on. And that is okay. Destiny's Child was not just Michelle and Beyonce and Kelly. It was other Destiny Child members. Now, you probably didn't hear much from them after Bootylicious. Even if they was on Bootylicious, I don't even know. Were they on Bootylicious? But being on Bootylicious or not, they was a part of Destiny Child. They had to go a different route. And that's okay. But I'm happy. I'm at peace. And I pray everybody is. And listen to my message. Listen to my word. I want everybody to succeed wherever they are, whatever they're doing. I want them to succeed. I wish everybody nothing but the best. And you ain't going to hear me say nothing different unless they attack me. Then I might be on here standing up and fighting back. No, I'm not going to do that. I ain't going to do that. I'm just playing. I'm going to ignore them and keep it moving. Are you a QJ? I saw you throw those hands. When I did that, oh, let me not do that. I'm sorry. I don't want to be disrespectful. No, I'm not a Q. No, I am not a Q. For some reason, it just was natural. Like Dynamite. It was a JJ moment. Some lady told me I look like JJ from Good Time. Now, I'll take Handsome Crackhead, but don't you ever call me JJ from Good Time. Ever in your life. Don't you ever call me that. Because I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, that man had a lot of smooth sayings. And yeah, that man was presented to be the ladies' man or whatever he was. But that is not a compliment. It's not a compliment. Don't you ever say I look like no JJ. No, Good Times. You must ain't watched Good Times. And I'm still trying to get free from this whole Ricky Smiley situation. I don't look like no Ricky Smiley. I'm just only spending time with y'all. Just spending time. But I don't look like no, I might favor Ricky Smiley when I put my glasses on. But I don't think I look like no Ricky Smiley. Trying to get you to say negative things, but I love how you breaking it down. Oh my God, you got me dying over here. Don't die. We need you, especially if you're a freedom fighter. I look like Tyrese. There's one point when I thought looking like Tyrese would have been a compliment, but because they keep saying me and Tyrese had our crying videos, I don't want to hear that no more either. I looked at Tyrese's crying video and somebody put that crying video at the end of a video of me crying, and I was like, this is too much. This is too much. It was funny though. I give him that. It was funny. Okay, somebody said I look like Joe. The singer. You look like my future husband. All right, Caprina. As long as you accept my whole testimony, we can get married. Believe it or not, y'all, I'm looking for a boo. I'm looking for a boo. And so people don't understand how honest I can be. I'm going to just be honest. I know what they're saying because, yes, there is. So people make jokes or they ridicule. Now I'm probably finna mess up right here, but I'm finna give it to y'all. I'm finna give it to y'all. I have shared moments and bits of my testimony. And because of my testimony, I speak about abilities, and I'm speaking vague for those who know what I'm talking about. But listen to what I'm saying. I speak about my abilities because of my testimony. And so if you know my testimony and you know about me being honest about my ability, that has been one of the hardest things for me to do, or that's been one of the hardest roadblocks that I've had as it relates to finding a relationship. But the truth is, the whole truth and nothing but the truth is that I want to find a wife And I want to have, well, I don't necessarily want to have children anymore because I'm already the youngest senior citizen in every room. But I want to have the potential to have children. I would love to be a real father. That would bless my life. If I could be a real father, that would really make me happy. Because the one thing that does bother my soul at times is a recognizing that through all that I'm going through and that I go through, I don't have anybody to leave it to, except for everybody else's kids. I don't have nobody to leave it to but everybody else's kids. And so that's the whole truth, is that I would wish that I could find a woman that I didn't have to explain myself to because she was made for me. Now y'all finna get me to preaching up in here. I want to find me a woman that was made for me, somebody I don't got to explain myself to, somebody who could accept me for me and understand that I understand that we don't come in each other's life for them, for that person to make us happy. It's for us to serve their destiny. And so that's why I be talking a lot about marriage, because I've studied it a lot. And I've studied marriage a lot, and I can talk and teach about marriage forever. I can teach about marriage forever. But this is what I learned, and I'm gonna speak on women, and then I'm gonna speak on men, and then I'm gonna get off. That's gonna be it for the day. Is that okay, y'all? I'm gonna speak about marriage, so y'all share this so that these people could get this for marriage. And I'm gonna talk about Corey, you need to listen to this because you married. Listen to this real fast. I'm gonna say it fast. Listen to this. You listening? I want Corey to tell me he's still on here before I start talking. Tell me you on here, Corey. Talk about marriage and I'm getting off. Come on, Corey. Somebody go get Corey and tell him come back. You've been on too long. Okay. Kelly said I've been on too long. That's an organizer. They wrapping me up, y'all. They wrapping me up. It's cool. I got in a whole different mode and started spending time with them, and I just got lost in it. So that's why I'm be reading all them comments, because I love y'all so much. But let me say this. Let me say this about marriage. Okay, yeah, my whole team trying to tell me to get off now. Okay, Corey, this is what I learned about marriage. I'm gonna just say this one thing about women. I'm gonna say this one thing about men, and I'm done. The first thing I learned about a woman is that you don't have to control your woman. You don't have to be lord over them. As a matter of fact, the best thing that you could do is find somebody who can stand next to you, a partner. You're not in front of them. You're not above them. You're right next to them. But what I learned about women is if they got a real man, see, all these men think you got to be abusive, and you think that you got to scream, and you think you got to be a tyrant. But the truth is that a woman, a real woman, she'll do anything for you as long as she knows that she's the most special woman in the whole wide world. And so what I mean by that is, if you put the standard in your household that you want your slippers at the door, a newspaper on your favorite chair, and your bath water running, and your food hot, then you better make sure that when she's in your presence, she feel like the queen she is. And she know that don't nothing else matter but her. And understanding that don't nothing else matter but her, she recognize that what you do in your life, you do it to make sure that she's pleased and that she's satisfied. Understand that you got to keep it exciting for her. Because if you do that, you don't got to scream. You don't got to abuse. All you got to do is ask. Because a real woman, when she got a real man, she gonna do whatever it takes to keep that man happy. A woman that looks outside of you is a woman that you're not meeting her needs. You might be boring. You might not be exciting or spontaneous enough. You might think that bringing the money home is what's going to satisfy her. Women like quality, and they like quality everything. And most of the time, the biggest thing that women, from what I understand, want is quality time. And so a woman wants a man that she is not the first lady, but she's the only lady. She's everything. And she'll ride for you however, wherever, and whenever you want her to ride. Because there's two types of women. There are real women who look to make sure that dreams and destinies are fulfilled in her household. She sets the temperament of a household. And it ain't even got to be that she's sitting in no kitchen barefoot pregnant. I'm talking about the real boss in the house is the woman, because she sets the environment and the atmosphere. And a real woman, especially when she is happy, she's going to create a house by which a man can come in and you can accomplish whatever your dream is. She's going to make your destiny be fulfilled. And when you leave this world, as chaotic as it is, you're going to come into your own oasis. And ain't nothing else going to matter. But then there's a second woman who's not a real woman at all. And that's the woman who will tear down a house, don't recognize that if she don't do her part to make sure that the atmosphere is right in her house, that her dreams won't be fulfilled, because her responsibility is to make sure that knucklehead man reaches his destiny. But you got to be the man that makes sure they feel like they are everything in every facet and should do anything. And so for the men, men, to be honest, we be afraid of our women because the women make us tap into parts of us that we are typically not taught to tap into in society. And so a real man, am I saying it right, ladies? Help me out. Am I talking right? She has to fall in love with herself first. Tatiana Ali didn't want to take it a whole nother route. But men are producers. We like to produce. And so the thing about men is that men have to feel needed. Now they calling me. They telling me to get off live. I'm almost done, y'all. I'm just spending time with the family. But listen to me. Men have to feel needed. We don't want to be in no environment where we're not necessary. That's why we want to be the protector and the provider. We want to be able to produce. We want to make stuff. Because if we don't feel like the woman needs us, if you're talking about, oh, I'm an independent woman, well, I hope you got a vibrator. Because don't no man want to be with no woman that he's not needed or necessary with. And so when a man understands that he feels needed by the woman, allowing him to be a man, don't no man want no woman that's all nagging all the time. Nagging for men. Okay. They telling me to stop. They telling me I got to stop. Okay. So I'm going to submit to the leaders of justice. Watch this. Yes, organizer Tisha. No, don't hang up. Watch this, y'all.
Hola.
How you doing, organizer?
God bless you, sir. Are we off live?
You want me to come off live? You calling me to tell me I gotta come off? Is that what you're doing, organizer Tisha?
Yes, we talk about vibrators and everything. Lord, let's go. We got work to do.
I'll be back in the chat. We'll get back to work in a second. I gotta return these calls. I want to know why y'all blowing my phone up. Let me see who else called me. Nidra. You're gonna need you, y'all. Organizers all across the world. I mean, all across the country. Look how they treat me.
Excuse me, Mr. Brown.
Hey, organizer Nidra. What you want?
Look, we know that it's 3-hour difference in California, but we still have work to do. You know, we do this till 1 o'clock in the morning. But let me tell you this, since you got me on live. Peter Harris has been trying to get your attention because her 17-year-old son takes half of his allowance and donates it to justice. So speak to Tahita Harris.
Tahita Harris? Reach out to her and get in touch with me.
I got you.
All right. I'm messing with them, y'all, because they be on my case now. my case. They texting me, calling me.
Yes.
Yes, Director Spikes. What do you want?
I need you to get off live so we can finish getting this work done.
You gotta get back to work? Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Adelia. What you want?
You need to get to work. We're waiting for you.
This is hilarious to me. I love it. All right, y'all. I'm finna come now. Golly.
We'll see you in a little bit.
All right, bye. So, y'all, I love these people all over the country. Like, that was, let me tell y'all who I just called. Wrap it up, sir. There go Talisha. So, Talisha's in California, TJ, Chicago, Adelia, Austin, Tisha, Raleigh, Nidra, Charlotte, Alicia, Chicago, and they all still telling me to get off. Yes, sir, Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, what's up?
Mr. Brown, we got some work to do, sir.
We got work to do.
We got some work to do, sir.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Let's get it.
All right, Raleigh. That's Raleigh. That's Raleigh. So, anyway, let me get off before they keep calling my phone. Y'all better stop calling my phone. If they probably ain't even watching no more. But I got to get off here because, unfortunately, I don't get to have no fun for real. Let me get back to work. But in all seriousness, I'll end it with this. I know I keep saying I'm going to end it. But you all please put up justice for Skid Row. Put up justice for Jackson. Put up justice for Samaje. And put justice for justice. Put justice for me from these leaders. Put justice for me. All right? Chicago, I love you. In America, sometimes you be tripping. But I love you too.